that productive, Coach?
Yeah. Productive for the players. I think productive for the city, too. It was really nice to see the people come out, and I think we got as much as we could out of it just to break up the days here as practice.
You like sitting in the stands, different view, just...
It is what it is. I just want to make sure they get their work in, that's all.
John, are you going crazy here waiting for that series to get over?
No, there's no sense of going crazy. Whatever comes our way, we're just going to keep preparing. Whatever comes our way, hopefully we'll be ready by then.
Can you do any advanced work if you don't know who it is? Do you just do advanced work on two teams and then?
Well, we have our work done on the two teams. I mean, we've played them enough. We know them enough. Just want to get a date, but there's no complaints here. There's no sense of worrying about that stuff. We're just going to keep on practicing and trying to go about our business the right way here.
You talked a little bit about your conversations with Duchesne when he first got here, about how you needed him to be able to play against top lines. Did you have any thoughts on him before he got here that you needed to dispel, or anything about his game that you thought you knew that you wanted to?
Well, I didn't talk to him right away. I wanted to see him play, and then we had some conversations. I'm not sure how long into it, but I made a suggestion. I'm not going to tell you what it is, but I think it may have been insulting to him, or because he wants that. He wants to be able to do that. He feels he can do that, and he is shown a tremendous amount of concentration on that part of the game.
Yeah. How do you see a motivated player to sort of change the conversation that is around the league about him, a guy that hasn't done much in the playoffs, hasn't been to the playoffs, kind of a good team on a good player on a not good team?
Well, I think it's really good timing for the organization, and where it gives me a little bit of flexibility up the middle of the ice. It can balance our lines at certain times, and I think it's good timing for him. I'm not sure what the conversation is, but I know he hasn't had a lot of experience in playoffs. This is a great opportunity for him, and it's really good timing for the Columbus Blue Jackets. It's good.
What did you want to get out of practice today, or this scrimmage?
I just wanted, instead of having coaches on the ice putting them through drills, I wanted them to play some 5-on-5. I wanted them to just look at situations 5-on-5, making plays 5-on-5, defending 5-on-5. A coach always wants more game situation. I think we got as close to as we can in respecting with the athlete. We're not going to be running around, body checking one another. I don't think we can afford to do that. You never know what happens in that situation. So I think we got as close to getting simulated game situation as we could today.
How much did the crowd help? I mean, they're chanting CBJ.
Yeah. I think it's great. Players are performers. They like to play in front of people. They like to put on a show. Some guys are trying to put on a little bit too much of a show, but I knew that would happen. But I think to answer the first question from Clay, I think it's a win-win. I'm just shocked to see. I think there was 5,200 people here. Does anybody work? Or is this a holiday? Is Monday?
Some people are.
Yeah. It's great for our guys to see the support. I'm glad our guys, I wasn't sure what they're going to do at the end there. I'm glad they acknowledged the people before they left the ice. It's great for the city. I'm excited to be part of a city that is so behind this here, and I hope we perform well for them.
Do you think you have an edge on the other two, given the wear and tear for them?
Nah, you can throw that out the window. Everybody says you have them go 7 games. They'll be ready to play. No matter what date it is, they're two really good teams. They'll be ready to play.
What are your impressions of Gavrikov so far?
Well, I mean, you can see he can move around very well. He moved the puck very well today. He's in tremendous shape. We put him through his physical. He's in tremendous shape. Jarmo speaks very highly of him as far as his competitiveness. I don't think you can see that in today's game. I could see it's a tough spot for him. He's trying to show he can play, but it's kind of a scrimmage game amongst the boys, and he can't get physical. But you can see he's very well equipped.
But you would need to see a lot more from him before you put him in a game.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's going to happen.
John, you always talk about
as you've gone through your coaching career, less is more when dealing with players as far as not giving them too much information. When you prepared for a playoff series as a young coach, when you were coming into the league, can you give us a couple of stories of what that was like?
They had booklets of personnel, everything about the person, their systems. I mean, I have them in my desk right now here. I carry them everywhere I go, all my playoff series. Where it's gone from there to now, it's night and day. We don't give them books. I don't put them in hotels at home. I used to do that. I mean, like I said, I could suck the life out of a team pretty quickly as far as giving them so much information. It's a different athlete now. I think you got to understand your team as far as how much information you give them. We're certainly preparing with some information, but from where it was back then to now, it's just changed. I think coaching has changed in that aspect of it.
Simplified it.
Totally simplified it. It is a foundation of how we're going to play. There is certainly when you do play in a 7-game series, as I've said all along here, there are certainly tendencies that you concentrate on in the other team. I thought we did a really good job of that against Tampa. We'll do the same thing against our next opponent, but not to overload them. This is their game. You need to free them up especially when you get into a second round. More and more pressure comes with it. You need to free them up. So hopefully we'll go about it the right way.
John, you talked about what a city can do for the team. What can a team and success do for a city? You've seen a lot of different places. Does it put a bounce in the step of an entire city?
Yeah. I mean, as I said, when we had the 2 days off after our Game 4 win, I had some people drive up to my house. I have a gate because I have so many dogs that I gate it a little bit further from the house, drove up to the gate, and just so excited. And some people were emotional just talking about what they experienced in Game 4 and in the series. And I have any time they need from me in that type of situation, I have for them because I think it's tremendous. As I've said from the get-go, my wife and family, we love it here. The people have been so good to us, and to be part of something like this reminds me a little bit about Tampa. When we were going through some stuff there early in my career in Tampa, I'm just thrilled to be part of it, and thrilled that the people are behind us. And now some good stuff coming their way. They've been behind us through the bad stuff too, so I respect that. So we're just thrilled to be part of it.
Were you out there at the gate talking to them?
Yes.
Is that the way you were?
Yeah, I didn't know who the hell it was,
You were
but then I
available
went
for
out there.
comment.
Yeah, 4 dogs were barking at him at the gate, but
Okay.
and then we were able to talk. It was that meant a lot. I think some people would feel indignant about it. I know I'm not inviting everybody over my house right now, but
Is that address true?
yeah. But I got to, it was emotional for me too to see how much they care. I mean that's the big part of it is being involved in that type of situation. So I'm glad we're having an opportunity here. Not so much for me, I experienced it, but for the players and the people that have been here forever and gone through some tough times as the organization has tried to find its way. So step by step, we're trying to gain a little respect.
It tells you that a little bit of success, they are hopping on, and you're turning. There's a surge in interest.
Yeah, well, just judging today, I mean, we thought maybe 300 or 400 people would come out, and
300 or 400.
yeah, and then we walk out there and I see the whole bowl, and that's fun. But the operative word is just a little success, and that's the thing we have to guard against. Is it's just starting. There is an end goal to this, and that's everything, and we got to take it step by step, but not get too carried away as far as how we feel about ourselves as we start preparing for round 2.
Was that fun? I mean, were you surprised how many people were there?
Yeah, it was fun. I saw them lining up when I was walking in, so it's always fun seeing them. They're yelling CBJ. If I felt like I was kind of nervous out there, even though, we play when it's sold out here. But it was really fun to have them here.
Is that another sign that this community is all in here?
Yeah, you could sense it in the city. get sensed before game 3 and 4. We heard him loud. When Brett scored that empty net goal, game 4, to basically give us the win. It's really fun and exciting to play. When you have your city's behind you like that.
Are you tired of waiting?
Yeah, a little bit. I'm excited to play. I know everybody in here is really excited, but we're getting ready. Today was a big day of work. Get a little scrimmage in to get back into the play a little bit.
Why was today productive for players?
We haven't played in a while. We had 2 practices, a day off, and then today. So we've been resting a little bit, but just to get back and. It's not nearly as close as as intense as a game, but just to get 5-on-5 play and felt good.